Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you want to see how to make this and even these, please stay tuned because I'll show you how. So I'm gonna start with this yarn that I've had for a while. It's not the greatest quality, which you'll see later in the video, but it's good enough. I'm using my new crochet hook from Furls. I'm still getting used to it. And I also need some goodie bands. I love to buy the active ones because they're thick and they don't break. So the first thing that I'm gonna do is create a slip knot and put it on my hook like this with the goodie band. Next, I'm gonna slowly slide it so that the slip knot is just into the circle, and then I'm going to create my first chain. And there you see it. And then after that, I'm just going to single crochet all around the goodie band. When I do this, obviously I'm not this fast. I wish I was. I'm not a pro. But I just go until the ring is pretty full. Here is how slow I crochet in real life. Like I said, I'm still getting used to this crochet hook, and it's a little, the grip is different than what I'm used to. I'm used to using the straight up and down one size crochet hooks, but as you can see, I'm pretty slow. Slow and steady wins the race, but that is okay. When you're slow, you make neater stitches, so that's fine. You can see me kind of pulling the band there a little bit just to make sure that I'm getting everything in there. And then as you can see, I still have to pull a little bit. If you have little gaps in the band where you can see black, you want to add in a few more single crochets just so that when you stretch it, it's not all completely visible. It's okay if you have one or two black spaces, but you don't want to have a huge gap like how I showed you. And that does it for round one. The reason why we chain 3 is because we want this row to be really tall. It's going to be a row of double crochet, and we want that height so that we can build up faster. And here you can see we're already building our height. And once you keep working those double crochet, you'll notice that the ring starts to curve in on itself. That is good. We want that curvature so that we're creating the circular kind of dome that's going to cover our puff. And here's the end of row 2. We are building our height. We are going to go on to row 3, which is also a row of double crochet. And you'll see I chain 3 because again, we want that height. So I really hope y'all are enjoying the video. I don't do too many of these. I'm pretty new to this. I hope you like it. If you have any comments or suggestions, please leave them down below. And this is what I was talking about. You see how the yarn is already fraying? I mean, I haven't even done anything to it. I'm not tugging hard, but thankfully it didn't break. This is the end of the round, and I'm just gonna slip stitch at the top of that chain. I'm not a particularly athletic person, so you can see me put my arms down. They're tired. What can I say? I'm holding them up so that this is somewhat visible. I just am trying my best. I am just a girl. And all I'm doing here is just chaining 1. I'm showing you there that I just chained 1. So what I'm doing in this row is a row of decreases. So I go into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, go into the next stitch after that, yarn over, pull up a loop, and then once I have 3 loops on my hook, I yarn over and I pull through all 3. I continue doing this along the puff cover. The next round after this is a little less clean, I guess. The stitches will be harder to see, but at that point it doesn't matter. As long as you move on to the next one, the next stitch that you can feel, you'll be fine. The main goal is to close up the puff. Now, these rules that I follow throughout this video are the same ones that I use whenever I'm making my fuzzy puff covers. The only difference is that the fuzzy puff covers are harder to see the stitches, so I kind of just feel them. But the great thing about them is that they're forgiving. As long as you're putting your hook into somewhat near the top of the stitch or anywhere near around the next stitch, you're fine. Nobody's gonna be able to see your stitches, and the fuzz of it all covers any gaps that are there. And so I just follow this same pattern: single crochet, double crochet, double crochet, single crochet, decreases, and then I decrease twice. Once I get up to the top, I'm running out of stitches here, as you can see. And then I'll show you here, I only have 1 stitch left, so I'm going in where my hook will fit in, and there is the second one there, and then I just close it up, and then you can see there are no gaps. So I will pull through, I'll cut my yarn, and then I'll pull through. And that's after doing a chain 1 so I can lock it in. And then I flip it over. I don't bother to weave in the tail of my yarn. I just flip it over. I mean, it's just my puff. And as you can see, there aren't any gigantic gaps. I can stretch it. I'm not scared that it's gonna break because the thick goodie band is pretty good about staying strong. And yeah, there's my puff cover. Again, thank you so much for watching my video. If you made it to the end, please subscribe. Thanks for being here. Bye.